It kind of sums up the weekend, a cascade of an error after another.
Canada definitely late here.
There's a storm forecast, something big's coming.
It's quite windy at the moment.
SailGP, powered by nature. Sometimes nature doesn't want to play ball.
On Thursday, we were expecting to go sailing, we didn't.
USA and Canada are out.
That was a little bit of a painful experience. It's part of the sport that we do, you know. We're not sitting at a table playing poker, we're out here racing fast, powerful boats.
We did try new things this event, and they didn't go well.
This weekend, it felt like a massive step back rather than progress. It's been a pretty tough pill to swallow.
Is that normal?
No.
It normally holds pressure pretty well. Yeah, it's, when it rains, it pours.
Saint-Tropez, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the most stunning places on earth.
So we got pretty high hopes this weekend. We're coming into what is one of the most amazing locations in the whole of the SailGP calendar. We've had a lot of time over the last couple of weeks to try and come up with some ideas on how to move forwards. And the whole team is on a real high at the moment in terms of the mood within the camp.
It's good to be back with the team. I haven't been back since our second place finish in San Francisco in March.
Can they hold off the Canadian, Giles Scott? He is a masterclass sail.
Coming into Saint-Tropez, we're certainly very, very keen to bring a positive step from what has been a difficult period. You know, we're limited on days. There's a lot of events over a short window.
The SailGP schedule is extremely packed, and the logistics of actually moving from one event to the other mean that the training time we get is extremely limited.
We turned up expecting practice racing day as normal, but unfortunately that got cancelled due to high winds.
Which is just super frustrating, not being able to get on the water. When you miss a day because of, in this case, too much wind, that really can impact your preparation for an event.
To be in this idyllic setting, but not to have any training days for the team is really tough, particularly for a new team. But I think the team's a high-quality team, so we should acquit ourselves well.
Day one, no sailing, but photo shoot. So meeting up with some drivers and strategists, and we're just gonna take a quick photo. So going into racing without practice is going to be full on like pedal to the metal right away. That'll be good. It'll be fun. Good fun.
So we have a visit from former Prime Minister Trudeau.
What I love is I've heard you guys have regularly been winning races, right? Becoming first.
We're doing three.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
Yeah.
Which was great, and we found out that he's actually a sailor.
I used to race lasers on at camp, so it has nothing to do with what you guys are doing here, but.
So he was really excited to get on the boat, to have a look at it, to understand how the team actually functioned.
The number of times earlier on in the season I was watching you guys were just like perfectly lined up at the start, pulling it through, and
he's just super proud that there is a team representing Canada on the world stage. He actually obviously has watched SailGP before because he knew what all the functions were on the boat already. He understood the driver role, strategist, so I think he fit right in with the team.
I'm proof of that. You watch this one time, you totally get into it. I mean, it's just so accessible, so exciting.
Hey, Jen, nice to meet you.
Great to see you, Jen.
Thanks for coming to see us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Merci.
Really appreciate it. Merci. Thank you.
The Rotterdam France Sail Grand Prix Saint-Tropez gets underway with 4 races out there today in spectacular conditions.
This is going to be our day, and everyone was super pumped for it, ready to go.
It was business as usual for me. We had a lot to do, and we were going out there with intent to right a few wrongs. We got out onto the boat as normal.
What transpired was a very frustrating day. Right from the beginning, getting off the dock.
I mean, I think Billy did just go, he went board down as well. There was a problem with the boat that was losing a bit of oil pressure, and we were a little bit late off the mooring, and a really super minor setback, but I suppose it wasn't really what the team needed to approach the day. We could have dealt with it better.
That put us behind.
You know what, you push it and stop it. Like if I go board down.
You can't stop it.
But that's jumping around a ton. That's supposed to run at like 212. And like I'm not touching anything and it's dropping.
I just moved the can. I'm moving right.
I think it's just everyone is having a bad day.
So they've replaced those board sensors again.
Yeah, well, we kind of made them.
We know what's going on here. Fletcher's on it. It's indicated it.
What's that?
It's indicated it.
I mean, yeah, you could get it done, but it's a 15-minute thing. So
Yeah.
hold on.
Tech issues, they happen every day, and you have to just deal with them.
No, he's got a broken helmet.
Yeah, Tom's is still broken.
We have comms issues and we have oil issues. It was like, you know, the tempo right away was really challenging to deal with.
I mean, we found the issue when we did the systems checks ultimately, and I think the fleet for the whole racing day was suffering from overheating in the systems. It was one of those days where it felt like one thing after another. We were delayed off the dock, had an issue with the wing drum, CJ's comms stopped working, and it was adding up against us.
So we got minimal training time straight into race one, and yeah, we struggled for a little bit.
No practice day, a little bit of tech issues right off the mooring, limited training time heading straight into the first race. I'm feeling more frustrated than I have been in the past.
Time started, 57. Alright, entering. Back opposite, Jeff Danny.
Then you're 8.
A minute, 8, back of the train here. Super gassy. Very late here. Hey, we're going to be super late here. Me.
In the middle of the screen, well positioned. Canada definitely late here.
We struggled on the entry in that start. Yeah, we ended up entering the box with something like 18 seconds to go on port, which is really not the way we wanted to start. Not quite sure what was going on there, to be honest, but yeah, ultimately it was just being a bit unlucky and in the wrong position. I'm still somewhat dumbfounded as to exactly how we managed to find such a tiny pocket of no air. We managed to catch up the back markers of the fleet. We sailed that race reasonably clean, and
kind of a perfect storm of events coming back into it after being away for 6 months. So second upwind coming through, we got a little bit slidey through attack, just jumping into the cockpit, sprinting in, and I hyperextended my knee on the carbon bar that's in there.
Press. More press. 52.
That was a little bit of a painful experience. Pushed through, finished race one.
Hey, just a heads up, we might need one to remove the knee. Blitz is on for the next race. Let's get ready to get on the boat. Let's get ready to get Blitz.
I just signaled on the comms that we need to get Bled and ready because I thought it was probably not the smartest thing to keep on racing.
Reese bashed his shin up and we didn't have a rotation for him. We had Bledden in the booth doing his normal role with the understanding that if we had a major, he'd have to get out on a chase boat. When there's 7 minutes between races and you get an injury at the end of a race, there's not a lot of time to put a wetsuit on.
My primary role within the team is kind of helping out with the performance analysis, but as well as that, I've kind of been trained up to be able to act as a reserve in any extreme situation like the one that unfolded. And as that race kind of came to an end, we heard through the comms that Jerice had an injury. The guys finished the race, Chasebook came alongside, collected Jerice up and transferred me out to the yacht just in time for race 2.
Yeah, Bled's did a great job jumping in, no warm-up, in that first race of his, so yeah, kudos to him for sure.
So yeah, first kind of real racing in that spot, and obviously it was kind of relatively top-end conditions. It was good fun to get on the boat and kind of nice to have a good race off the bat. I mean, it was good to get some experience in that position, and yeah, fingers crossed we won't need it again in the near future.
Everything's looking pretty optimistic for yeah, quick recovery, so we're looking forward to that. I wanted to keep on sailing, but after being checked out, it kind of confirmed that it was the right call not to be on there. It's part of the sport that we do, you know, and these conditions are quite turbulent at times, so this is our passion, this is what we love, so it's all part of it.
Turned out Teresa was injured, so I just tagged in for a few minutes, gave Tom a few pointers, turned the handles over a few times, sort of warmed the tyres up, so to speak, for Bledden. Pressure's on Bledden now though, because he's subbing in for me, so.
We are off and running on the Côte d'Azur. Day 1 underway at event 9 here in season 5. And once again, it's the Bons Flying Rouge that start off with a victory.
Those boats to the left-hand side of the screen are late already. That includes the Bons Flying Rouge.
Race 2 was fantastic, did a great job in that race.
Great Britain. Oh, NorthStar Canada are going to be so fast from the top of the line.
Obviously nailed the second start.
Oh, the Rolex sprint leader of the NorthStar Canada have got that done. And now, can the black foils become overlapped inside NorthStar Canada? Oh no, he's going to have to dig behind Canada last moment here. We could see a split at gate 4. NorthStar looking good for this one. NorthStar are going to have to try and slingshot down the inside here, use their speed, but I imagine Burling will have a trick in the bag for that one. The black foils have absolutely nailed that.
And the Emirates winning moment in race number 2 will go the way of the black foils, just ahead of NorthStar Canada.
But then the starts in the last couple of races, we just got boxed out a little bit.
Got a bit of a fight on. They are well positioned, but can they accelerate?
With the last 2, we misread the start box and we misread where the gaps were going to open up. We went for quite a high risk strategy, thinking that, yeah, there is going to be space at the top.
USA and Canada are out.
That was wrong. We just completely misread it.
Oh, the black foils, he's threaded the needle through there. What a stop.
Our starts were just no good and we got locked out and the fleet was gone.
The whole fleet's going wide here.
We know that we're capable of winning races and doing well. Where we've gone wrong over the past few events is that we've obviously not had great starts on average, and also we're not great at pulling back through the fleet.
Hard, please, Taylor. Yeah, we're going to be behind them here. No, let's turn here. In 3, 2, 1, working up. Oh my days. Me. Annie to leeward. Hampton, Billy. How bad is it, Annie?
Pretty bad. Better now?
Okay. Tacking over H1 here. Coming. That's good angle. Check boats down here, please. High nose for Aussies, go now, please. Coming up, Billy, come up, Billy, down. I'm working on it! You're right, Annie. Hey, turning down in 2.
Oh, Canada parking in front of Australia. They had to keep clear and they've come crashing down off the foils there.
I bet I'm good. Sorry, guys.
Right, Annie. Well, that was a day.
We've got to take a good look at how we are going to bridge the gap to the leading 3 teams. Something over the next few weeks we're going to be spending a lot of time trying to understand. It's pretty clear, and it will be clear to all the fans, that starting is absolutely paramount. Statistically, getting a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th at Mark 1, that's what you need to be aiming for on a consistent basis. So this is a skill that we need to hone, we need to understand, and we need to get better at.
Here, we had really tried to dial in a new starting mentality and mantra, and trying to be just a little bit more adaptable. In hindsight, it was really good to try something new. You know, it does feel like a little bit of a step back in the sense that we're still ironing out the new technique, but like we can see in that second start that it does work in specific conditions, and now we've gone back to that drawing board on when it doesn't work, and we've now have 2 great examples of when it doesn't work. We want to continue to be hungry and creative with ways to approach the start. We've added tools to our tool belt, and now we gotta make sure that we do some fine tuning and keep adding tools.
We've been trying some more high risk, high reward tactics, and ultimately in a couple of races yesterday they didn't pan out.
shit of a day it was. It happens in sport, you don't always nail it. We know that we're capable, and when you have such a bad run as what we've had, you're kind of just desperate for the correction to come, and that hasn't come yet. We did try new things this event, and they didn't go well. As sailors, we're constantly trying to work that process out, and to say that we made the same mistakes here in Saint-Tropez as we made over the past 3 events, it's not a fair statement. We just got it wrong here.
It felt like a massive step back rather than progress, which I think has been a pretty tough pill to swallow.
You know, the most important thing is I want them at the end of the race to say that they didn't feel they made any major mistakes. And if they do that, I think we'll do very, very well and we'll be on the podium. You're obviously competing against other teams, but you're not really. You're competing against yourself to be the best you can be.
I had a real bad day yesterday. I suppose the silver lining in that was that the weekend wasn't over. We had a chance to rescue it today, and yeah, the weather gods didn't want that to happen. Woke up this morning early to a message on the phone that said that the day was being cancelled due to weather. Something big's coming.
We've got thunderstorms coming along later on during the racing window today, so racing has been cancelled.
Yeah, it's, when it rains, it pours.
Not being able to sail on a second day when you needed a second day, a good second day, is just super frustrating. So to be denied that opportunity is annoying, but it's Mother Nature. It's SailGP, powered by nature. Sometimes nature doesn't quite want to play ball.
We'll leave Saint-Tropez even more frustrated. We're a bit broken by it, in honesty, but that's sport. We need to chase event wins, and yeah, we'll look to build some momentum. It's evaporated away from us, and we've got to find it again.
This meeting this morning was really kind of like a little bit of a come to Jesus talk. This is the time to like rip the Band-Aid off and check out the wounds. Like,
it does nothing but increase indecision in my head. Like this is seriously not healthy for me.
Yeah.
I'm getting frustrated.
You know, a lot of people got to speak up, got to iron out what exactly they were thinking. And yeah, I don't know, I think it was quite therapeutic for me.
Another thing is that, you know, I find a lot of the time in our entry on port that we're not the master of our own destiny. We are being dictated to on our tact point, which leads to a high TTK.
Keep the creativity high. Yeah, we're pretty creative team, so don't want to get too robotic about this. Have fun. You know, we just didn't get it fully cocked in, and you know, it really hurts to not be out there. You know, is all you want to be is on the boat, helping the team, doing what you can. I think the good thing about this team is that we can all be ourselves in a meeting. No one's scared to sort of say how they're thinking, and I think we figured out some of our smaller issues and it make the team better for the next one.
You know, regardless of what happens, that you just put your head down and go to work. And I think that myself, I had that mindset of like, we're like on the back foot here. Maybe if I push hard, we'll get back into this. Whereas the mindset needs to be, we need to put clean laps in.
And we've got to be ice cold, like not let anything affect us in whatever position we're in.
Yeah.
And right, we'll get packed up and
Yeah.
next weekend.
So yeah, the muscles are a little bit sore this morning, but yeah, it was hard work. Tough day out. I would have been ready to get out there again, but yeah, unfortunately, no racing for us today. So yeah, on to the next event in Geneva.
We're going to Geneva right now, like next weekend. We've got another redemption opportunity, and so I do think that that's a blessing in disguise.
There's certainly a lot that we could have done way better. The reality is that we're out the back and we're on 12 points, but the fleet's been very up and down, and 3 good races, we can rescue this.
And that's it's a chance for redemption. Looking at the season as a whole right now, like, unfortunately for us, finals are out of the question. But what that does do is gives us the opportunity to become a creative and try new things, adding tools to the tool belt, and then hopefully we can come out swinging next season and get some event wins in the meantime, right?
We walk away pretty frustrated and disappointed from how Saint-Tropez went, but we go again in 5 days' time. We're back out to Geneva.
So this is the second double header in this year's SailGP. So we have the Geneva event following the Saint-Tropez event, one after the other. It's a very tight turnaround for the tech team. In terms of Geneva itself, SailGP's never been there before, so we're kind of going into the unknown slightly. So the team's prepared for that and looking forward to it.
Very briefly, I just thought I'd tell you, just had a call from Greg, who says sorry about today. He was looking forward to seeing you guys thought back through and register a good result today, and so recognises the frustration that we all have from yesterday, but he said, let you know that you all have his full confidence that you're doing a great job and we can turn it around. Pressure's kind of off now a little bit because we've got three events to go. We should just go out there and enjoy it, because he said this is the most awesome sport and he is super committed to it, super committed to all of us. So let's just go and have a good week next week in Geneva.